A fiction is a story though. To see the message, don't be slow. My dear friends, it's fairy tale time, so sit comfortably and prepare to listen a story which named Helen the Fair. In a far, far away land somewhere in Russia there lived an old man who was one of his kind. He educated his sons in reading, writing and book learning. And then he said to them, "Oh, my dear children, one day I will die, as you can understand. Mind you, my sons, come and read prayers over my grave." "Yes, father, very good, we will come. Yes, yes, father, we will." As you might notice, the older sons of this old man was very handsome man, fine stepping fellow, so tall, so stout. But the youngest one, Ivan, me, was like half-grown lad, homely, nondescript. Yeah, not the most popular guy in the village, obviously. The day had come, and their old father died. The same time, the same day, at the same very, very moment, the news from a king came across. His daughter, Princess Helen the Fair, had ordered a shrine to be built for her, with 12 columns, with the 12 rows of the beams. And then in this shrine, I, the Princess Helen the Fair, will be sitting upon a high throne and waiting my bridegroom, the bold young man who with a single bond of his swift steed should reach high enough to kiss me in the lips. Ooh, 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 ooh. A steer runs through the whole youth of the nation. They look around. They took time to think about it. They licking their lips and scratching their heads and wondering who would be the one who will manage to kiss the princess. "Brothers, brothers," said Vanyushka, "our father is dead. Which of us will go and read prayers over his grave?" "Whatever," answered the brothers. So Vanya went, but as for his older brothers, they did nothing but exercise their horses, curl their hair, and dye their mustaches. Vanya approached his brothers again. "Brothers, brothers," he said, "I've done my share of reading. It's your turn now. Which of you will go?" "Whatever. Likes can go and read. We have business to look after, Vanya. We are busy. Understand?" So Vanyushka read prayers this time also, and the third night as well. Meanwhile, his brothers got ready on their horses, brushed their mustaches, and prepared for next morning to test their luck before the eyes of Helen the Fair. "Shall we take the youngest?" They thought, no way, what would be good of him, huh, man? He will make folks laugh and put us in confusion. Let's go just by ourselves, that will be much better.
Ой, вы милые мои, вы мне ложки покажите, побегу на край земли.
So they went away. But Vanyushka wanted very much to have a look at the Princess Helena the Fair, and so he cried and cried bitterly. He went to his father's grave, and his father heard him in his coffin and came out to him, took the damp earth off his body, and said, "Don't grieve, Vanya. I will help you in your trouble." And immediately the old man drew himself up, strengthened him, and called aloud and whistled with a ringing voice. And then, immediately, from God knows nowhere, appeared the horse and said, "What are your commands, sir?" Oh, wow! Vanya crept into one of the horse's ears and get out of the other. And then he turned into such a hero. Right, wow, he turned into such a hero that no сказка can tell, no pen can describe, with a glowing face. So, he mounted on the horse and flew just like a falcon straight to the home of Princess Helen. First time he jumped with his horse and only failed by the breadth of 2 rows of beams. He back, turned again, galloped up, leaped aloft, and got within 1 beam row breadth. Once he turned, once more he wheeled, then shot past the eye like a stick of fire, took an accurate aim, and then he kissed the fair Princess Helena right on her lips. What? Who is he? Who is he? Stop him, please! Stop him! Princess was crying. No trace of him was found. Away he galloped to his father's grave, let the horse go free, prostrate himself on the earth, and asked his father advice. "Keep it secret, my son. Don't tell anything to your older brothers. That will be better, believe me." When the brothers come back home, they was talking only about this mysterious guy who jumped so far, so cool, and kissed the princess. And Vanyushka pretend he didn't know anything, was listening to them and wondering together with them who it might be. The next day, there was gathering again. In the princess' hall, there were more boyars and nobles than a single day before. And Vanyushka went with his older brothers. He joined them to this event, but in his normal appearance, without these magic tricks. And then when he entered the palace, he pretended just as if he hadn't kissed the princess. He seated himself in a distant corner. Princess Helena asked and called for her bridegroom. "Please show yourself. Where are you? Where are you? Please show yourself. The guy who kissed me yesterday. I would like to see you and meet you. Where are you? Where are you? I'm really ready to marry you and give half of my kingdom. Just be with me. Be my king. Where are you, man?" Oh, a search was made for him among the boyars, among the generals. Everyone was examined in his turn, but with no result. Meanwhile, Vanya looked on, smiling and waiting till the bride will come to him herself. I pleased her then, when I appeared as this handsome man on a horse, and now I will let her fall in love with my real appearance. And then Princess Helena went down by herself, looked around with bright eyes, and her eyes met the eyes of Ivan, and she felt it, and she understand that this is him. This is the guy who kissed her, and she fell in love with him. Oh, Vanya! Oh, happy end. Basically, what's happened next? She invited him to join her and seated him near herself, by her side, and speedily was awaiting. And they lived happily ever after. And he, this Vanyushka, Ivan, God heavens, how clever he turned out, how brave, and what a handsome fellow he became. I would say he was a king, a born king, and you never suspect that he once was only Vanyushka.